To be audacious means to be?
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Hey beautiful people, it's Success Mentor Dante J. Worth, and I'm back with another video right here on Audacious Believer TV! Now, if this is your first time tuning in, I need you to make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you like this video. And make sure that you are commenting down below. Me and my team absolutely love to read your comments. Now tonight, we're being joined by the beautiful, the fabulous, the one, the only. Tell them who you are, darling.
Amorette Miller.
Now I invited Mrs. Miller, or Mrs. Miller, is it? Oh, I got that right. Oh, she got a ring on. Let me show them that ring. Oh, he got money. Amorette Miller to talk about cultivating a career calling. Now, before we talk about that, I'm going to ask you the question we ask every single guest. What is your story?
Well, I was born in New York City.
Yes.
My mother and I moved to Rochester from Oakland, California when I was about 12, 13.
Oh, wow.
I graduated from Bishop Kearney.
Okay.
Went back to New York City and started working for, with, and on behalf of workers. And understanding workers' rights and what that means. Figuratively and literally, I got slapped off my feet and I became a single mother. So, you know, I had to make some decisions. I felt sorry for myself for a while, but then I picked up myself from my bootstraps.
That's the key right there. Pick your Go ahead, keep going.
And I made the decision to move back to Rochester.
That's good.
But I had no job to go to, no social capital. I knew no one.
Nobody.
And I landed.
Now you started with nothing. Where you at right now, honey?
Well, now I own a job search engine called shiftdiff.com.
Yeah.
And the beginning of that started while I was looking for work.
Yeah.
This summer. I couldn't find jobs in my field. So I'm in the labor relations field and the labor field. There was nothing out there for me. So I decided, let me start a job search engine so that folks who live in our area can find work.
So you saw a need and you met that need.
Right.
Somebody ought to do something. It ought to be me.
Yeah.
Basically what you said. How many people are out there? There's so many people out there who have that calling that they don't even realize that there's predicaments that they're in that they should be the one to stand up for.
Right.
What advice do you have for them?
Well, stop feeling sorry for yourself. It's okay to be upset for some time, but forgive yourself and move forward.
Yeah.
Don't look back on the past. Move forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Think of a brand new future. So we talked about cultivating a career calling. Do you feel like this is your calling?
Well, I think that it's been a long time coming. When I landed back in Rochester, I realized, again, I had no social capital. I knew no one in the community. And the first thing I did was volunteer. That's what you have to do if you want to get into a career that you know not much about or in a community that you're very new to. Lend a hand. There's nothing more valuable than your time. And I think it's extremely important to have that one-on-one with people to let them know you're just there to help.
Yes, that's good. That's good. One of my favorite quotes is that you have to be seen to be considered.
Right.
So how, for those persons who are watching who may feel introverted and they feel like they have a desire to help and they want desire to do something that you've done, what can they do?
Well, get out there. I don't care where you are in life. As long as someone sees you're interested, they'll be interested in you.
That's good.
You know,
that's
people
good.
always want to help somebody who has that hunger.
That's good. That's good. So it takes a lot of innovation to start something like shiftdiff.com, which is a platform where people in the city of Rochester and surrounding areas can search for jobs.
Right, so I say the 50-mile radius, between the 50-mile radius of the Liberty Pole, we put jobs for
That's good. That takes a lot of innovation. How important is innovation to connecting with your calling?
Well, you have to stay ahead of, the status quo. When I notice that my customers or employers are in need of some sort of change or some sort of difference on the site, I accommodate that ahead of time. I know I have to meet that need because it makes it easier for them to attract the talent that they're looking for. Employers are looking for talent right here in Rochester. They want to hire you. They want to hire me. They don't want to fly.
I love to secure the bag. Hire me. Hire me. want to secure people locally, right?
Exactly. And I think that in our community, we want to be sought after. You know, there are so many colleges here just pushing out these smart individuals who can give so much to organizations, but they end up leaving. We want to keep them. We want to retain them in our communities.
That's good. Now, for someone who is on a job and they're miserable, okay, and I mean they just hate their job, what can they do to like find that calling and find a career that connects with that calling?
Well, I think that they shouldn't be afraid that their degrees don't meet the requirements of the position. I think that any, at least graduate in any field can go after whatever they want. You don't have to stick to your degree set.
That's good.
And then start making those connections, start volunteering, start interning, and be available, be present, learn, and don't be afraid to learn at any age.
A lot of times people think that when they've been at a job for 10, 20 years that they've reached their cap. Should we always be in pursuit of advancement on our careers or on our jobs?
Right. You should always be willing to learn. Always, try to bring the younger people up, mentor, because you can learn so much from someone who's coming in fresh, because they come with new ideas. And at the same time, age brings diversity. It's not just diversity in culture, it's also diversity in age. So don't be afraid to hire someone who's a little bit younger or a little bit of a novice. They're going to bring those ideas that you wouldn't necessarily have with all of your seasoned staff.
Yeah, they're going to bring that stamina too. They're going to bring That's good. So for someone out there right now who says, I want to they aspire to be like you. They just want to grow up and be an amazing person who is just changing the community, changing the world around them. What personal advice can you give to them one-on-one? Just speak right into the camera, let them know something just straight from your heart.
Okay, well, tell the truth. Be good to people always. Don't try to get over on people. It's not the way. You want to form relationships. You want to build relationships. You don't want a set of enemies. That's not what you want. So try to be good to everyone around you, and the goodness will come back.
Ooh, that's good. Are you ready for rapid fire questions?
Okay.
She came ready, y'all. She came so ready. She don't know I'm gonna switch it up on her. So, favorite book?
All the Places You Go by Dr. Seuss.
She brought her favorite book with her. What's your favorite passage out of this book?
Well, I'll say it's Dr. Seuss week this week, and I was looking for a book to give my son. I was gonna give him this book. I said, no, I'll give him, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Yes, honey.
But All the Places You Go is a book that inspires adults in their adulting. So I have a couple of pages I'd like to read.
Get in the crisscross applesauce, everybody. Come on, y'all.
It says, I'm so sorry to say, but sadly it's true, that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on. You'll be left in a lurch. But with banner flip-flapping, once more you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky, because you're that kind of guy, Dante.
Yes, honey. Favorite 90s song? She thought she was
90s song.
Yes, honey.
Oh, well, just naturally like a Biggie song. It's, Saturday's his anniversary.
Yes, it is.
So the Bone and Biggie song.
Okay. Yes, honey. And who inspires you?
Our mayor inspires me.
I love
Our
her
mayor,
too.
Lovely Warren, inspires me.
Yes.
I think that, of course, Michelle Obama inspires, but a lot of my professors that I've had, the women professors out there. So
that's good. We thank you, powerful. It's women's time. Right. Thank you, ladies, for all that you do. She thinks she knows what I'm gonna say. She thinks she knows what I'm gonna. What do you see when you look in the mirror?
I see someone who likes to be within myself. I think sometimes it's hard for me to open up in a small circle, but in a big circle, I'm comfortable.
Okay.
I don't let people in as much anymore. And so I see somebody who likes to be to themselves in a way.
Like an introverted extrovert.
Introvert, extrovert.
Yes.
Right.
That's
Right.
And to be audacious means to be
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
I think so, honey. I ain't never watched. I hear the little credits come up in the beginning of the movie. I'm like,
But definitely to dare.
Yes.
To do something that you wouldn't normally
That's
think
good.
of doing and not being afraid to do it.
don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. Okay, so tell the people where they can find you online, how they can support you.
Okay, so shiftdiff.com, SHIFTDIFF.com, Facebook.com/shiftdiffjobs,
Yes.
Twitter shiftdiff, Instagram shiftdiff.
Yes. Come on, Shift Diff.
There you go,
Come on,
188
Shift Diff.
shiftdiff.
Yes! Yeah! I promise you, everybody on WGKX out here at ShiftDiff.com. I'm like, child, do I need a job today, Jesus? I think I need to. Let me call up Shift Diff. So until next time, remember that life is meant to be enjoyed and not just endured. Woo!